It's confusing enough to keep track of which customers have which job at what time when each customer only has one job. But let's say some of those customers have multiple jobs. And then other customers are installment customers. They want additional jobs that aren't included in their contract. Then you have those other customers that want you to remember not to do certain areas, and they ask for one-time services you don't typically offer. Now, all that information is virtually impossible to keep track of. Impossible, that is, before you had CLIPitc. With CLIPitc, you can easily keep all your job information organized and simple, one job at a time. First, let's find the customer to add the job to. Go to the Customer tab, search for the customer, click on their name once, then select either Add Property or View More under the Property Details section. Before we create a job, we need to create the package or contract the job will be under. Every job that you create will be under a package or a contract. You can have as many contracts and jobs as the customer needs. There are two different types of contracts, charge by job info and installment. If you have a customer that you bill a monthly amount and you perform a job or a set of jobs that's included in that monthly amount, you should be using the installment feature. If set up correctly, the invoice of an installment customer will show the monthly charge and list all the services with a $0 charge. If it's an installment customer, enter the title and choose Installment. Then fill in the start and stop date. If the contract never expires, then just check this box. You can add additional invoice notes if you like here. Then type in the amount you will charge for each of the months included in the contract and press Save. If you charge the customer for each individual job, just enter the title, choose Charge by Job Info, and press Save. Now go to the Job section. Here's where the patterns you already set up will come in handy. Just double-click the pattern of the job you're adding and the information will automatically fill in. We won't go over all the fields, just the most important ones. You can look at the manuals to get specific descriptions of what each field is for. Enter the crew here. This job will show up on the route sheets of whichever crew that you choose. Then, if you don't have route optimization, add the routing number. Even if this is an installment customer, you still need to add the charge per job here. No matter what the amount is, the customer will still be charged the installment amount, and this job will still have a $0 charge on the invoice as long as you set up the rest correctly. The reason you still need an accurate charge per job is because it affects various reports in CLIPitc. Once that's done, click Calc 2, then fill in your dollars per hour goal, and click Replace in Job. It's very important that you choose the correct bill type for each job that you enter. Including contract means that the customer won't be charged for the job specifically. Instead, they will be charged the installment price and the job will have a $0 charge on the invoice. All of the jobs that are included in the installment amount should have this option chosen. Charge per job means that this job will show up on their invoice with whatever charge you place in the charge per job field. If you have an installment customer that wants an additional service, you should choose this bill type so that it doesn't show up with a $0 charge. Charge per hour plus material means that the customer will be charged whatever the amount you fill in here, multiplied by the hours it took the men to do the job, plus the cost of the materials. For example, let's say my charge per hour was $45 and the materials cost was $5. It took 2 men 1 hour to do the job. Therefore, CLIP would charge the customer for 2 hours because there were 2 men plus the $5 of materials, which would bring us to a total of $95. The prepay option won't charge the customer for the service because they already paid for it. You can add a few different types of notes by clicking Add Notes. The invoice notes would be specific to this job. Route sheet notes and limited route sheet notes are for internal use only. These notes will show up on the route sheets of the crew you selected. Route sheet notes will show up every time they do this job for the customer. Limited route sheet notes will show up only for the amount of time that you decide. You can also fill in the area, tax type, and the class. We went over scheduling in depth during the Pattern Jobs tutorial, so we'll just have a quick overview here. Check the next visit date and adjust the number of times you do the job if you need to. To start and stop the job on specific dates, check this box and then fill in the dates. Next, fill in the days between jobs. Remember, it's 4 for a weekly customer, 11 for a bi-weekly customer, and 18 for every 3 weeks. Next, check off the day or days of the week you'll be in the customer's area, the weeks of the month, and the months of the year. Once that's done, click Save and this job is scheduled. The materials cost comes from whatever you enter under Job Materials. To add a new job material, click here and just select the part number, then fill in the quantity. Thanks for watching, and if you have any trouble, don't hesitate to contact our support department by phone or email. And as always, your success is our business.